Solana is a mid-level digital currency that is currently worth $20.08. It belongs to the group of small coins and has a market capitalization of $795303838. Despite what most people think, cryptographic currencies like Solana have gained a lot of traction in the world over the past few years. Sol is a middle-of-the-road digital currency because it is currently in 11th place on the global digital currency ranking, which is calculated by multiplying the current price by the market capitalization of the digital asset, which is usually very large because of Solana. The market capitalization in every way that matters remains at $79,533,033 EI. Our cost expectation calculation is set up so that it always checks both the value of the position and the market capitalization of the advanced resource being referred to. This gives our backers the most accurate information about the current state of the market and what might happen in the future. It also lets the beneficiaries evaluate the state of their portfolio and decide if it needs to be changed. Yesterday, May 22nd, Sol was valued at 19.62 at the end of the day's 2 trading sessions. Remember that digital currencies are traded every day, so each trading session usually ends at 12 p.m. The price change rate over that time period was 1.93%, which is kind of a big deal. 7 days ago, on May 16th, Solana was traded at $21.11 at the end of an exchange meeting, which is a 0% price change from where it is now. A month ago, on April 23rd, analysts traded Sol at $21.82, which is a 7.98% price difference from where it is now. This gauge would try and be of a help to informal investors whose exchanging approach in every practical sense is worked around pattern following, which by and large is very critical. However, the outline underneath in the actual expectation would sort of be a fundamentally incredible use for swing and positional dealers who by and large plan to for the most part hold the coin like Sol for quite a long time. In the event that not once or so they thought the cost of Sol and the readings of 114 explicitly are by all accounts not the only measurements that we use while drawing the cost forecasts, which essentially is genuinely critical. Market capitalization truly is another significant really matter that truly assists traders with especially deciding the notoriety of the digital money being referred to as well as its future possibilities, which fundamentally shows that on April 31st, which in a real sense was precisely a month prior, the examiners exchanged Sol at 21.82 the cost level. That, all things considered, is at the distance of 7.98 from where it presently in every practical sense remains. In an unpretentious way, it's likewise used to really survey the offer that Solana holds inside the by and large whole cryptographic money market in every practical sense. In spite of mainstream thinking, the formula for figuring out the market value is pretty easy to follow. The circulating supply of the money being talked about is increased by its current price, which is very high at the time of writing. As of the time of writing, the market capitalization of Sol mostly stays at $79, $533, $383, $38, making it the 11th biggest coin on the digital currency market, which is very high. On May 22nd, the market capitalization of Solana especially stayed at $77. Sol is a middle-of-the-road digital currency because it is currently ranked 11th in the world. This is the only metric that isn't determined by multiplying the current price by the market capitalization of the digital currency, or so they thought. Most digital money investors stick to the rule that market capitalization also determines the risks associated with a certain digital currency. Sol, or so they really thought. The Solana cost expectation wouldn't generally be certainly finished without the outline of the exchanging volume available in query, since it's the sort of measurement utilized by essentially all digital money dealers to fundamentally affirm the strength of the pattern and the practicality of a market move. For example, on the off chance that the breakout to the potential gain certainly is happening on the rear of the low exchanging volume, there generally is a high likelihood that this move for the most part is impractical and would bring about a bullish snare in an essentially enormous manner. Thusly it is vital to fundamentally break down the essentially past and the kind of current exchanging volume of SOL requests to really comprehend whether this market has a hidden strength or so they thought over the truly beyond 24 hours. The exchanging volume on the Solana market certainly was enrolled at $262-852-962 in a very significant manner. Yesterday on May 22, SOL explicitly had an exchanging volume of $210 to 335,536, exhibiting that market capitalization especially is one more significant pretty metric that essentially assists brokers generally with deciding the prominence of the cryptographic money being referred to as well as its future possibility, which in every practical sense shows that on April 31, which explicitly was precisely a month prior, the examiners exchanged solid 21.82. The cost level that certainly is at the distance of 7.98 from where it is of now in a real sense stands 7 days prior on May 16. The normal in every practical sense day-to-day exchanging volume on that market explicitly added up to $307 to 209,188 in an especially enormous manner. When Bitcoin goes back to its old price of $28,450, people who want to buy it are left thinking where it will go next. Will the good trend continue, allowing the price of Bitcoin to rise even more, or should we get ready for a likely drop? In the Bitcoin price forecast for today, we'll look at economic and market factors to try to answer these questions. As the United States thinks about raising its debt ceiling, the value of digital currencies like Bitcoin goes up, passing the $28,000 mark. Bitcoin, BTC, has gone up by 3%, and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is green, which suggests that prices will go up over the weekend. But this influx of money didn't happen until Republican leader Kevin McCarthy and U.S. President Joe Biden came to a preliminary agreement to raise the huge $32.4 trillion national debt limit. This deal, which was made after 4 days of 90-minute phone calls, is not yet official. Biden has said that he is sure this deal will keep the U.S. from going into default. On the other hand, Kevin McCarthy says that Biden is to blame for the delay. He says that Biden has been putting off and turning down talks for many months. In the next 2 years, the deal limits how much money the U.S. government can spend. The prices of national security will not be taxed, which is a very important point. This deal was made a month after U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned on June 1 that the talks could fail. After the debt cap was announced, more money started to flow into